Hello YouTube and welcome to my first Don't Starve Let's Play. When I play Don't Starve, I do add a little bit of difficulty to the world by changing some of the settings. So I'm also going to be playing a random character. I'm not familiar with all of the characters. I've only played most of them, not all of them, so I will have some difficulty with certain characters. I've never played Wes, and I do not have him unlocked yet, but I have every other character unlocked. So for this video, I'm just going to play Don't Starve. I'm going to try my best to survive in a harsher world. I have giants turned up to more often spawning, and I have tree ants, poison birch nuts, and Krampus all spawning more often. I also have some decreased carrots and decreased berry bush spawns, so that those are both less common. Just making it a little bit harder in the early game. I'm going to be playing with a PlayStation 4 controller for the first time. If you don't know how to get your PlayStation 4 controller to work on Don't Starve or with any game, you can check out a tutorial I have, and I will link it in an annotation. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, I'm wondering who I'm going to get. I'm hoping for someone that I can use, but it might be pathetic. And if it's Weber, I'm actually going to restart due to the fact that Weber has a big advantage. Spiders are increased in the game that I am using right now. So anybody but Weber will do. Weber is not a good choice. Come on, we can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Oh, and it's Maxwell. Okay. So, nobody's going to talk to him because it's Maxwell. And I don't really know how this works. Okay, so I have a dark sword and a dark armor. I'm going to not equip the dark armor because... And you start with a gem and a nightmare fuel, okay. And what does this do, I wonder? It summons Shadow Maxwell, okay. And it costs 2 nightmare fuel, so we wasted that in order to get to know what was going on, so... Whoops, no. And I'm gonna equip my armor and go... So X is attack, there we go. Get him, Shadow Maxwell! Alright, well, we're really OP. Okay, let's hurry up and unequip our armor before bad stuff happens. Okay, so our sanity gets decreased when we have Shadow Maxwell around, too. That's interesting. So we've got some pretty good early game stuff on Maxwell. I've noticed that I've read that his health and his sanity are low. Or not his health and his hunger are low, I think, and his sanity is higher. And I've also heard that he doesn't lose sanity as easily as other characters. So there are some advantages to him. But I think he's also weaker physically than other characters. I think that you have to worry about a little bit less damage coming out when you're attacking. So there are some pros and cons to every character. We'll see how I deal with Maxwell's. And having never played him before, I'm kind of eat those berries. I'm kind of worried about my early game because I really don't know what to prioritize with him. So I really should have gotten more flint, but I'm hoping I find some up ahead. Gonna try and travel as much as possible and see what's going on in this map. So I'm not really sure how to get the map up. Oh, there we go. Okay. On my controller. So it's the share button on the PlayStation 4 controller. Ah, there's some flint. Perfect. I'll just grab some more sticks. Alright, and we better try and find one more flint and get the materials for a fire or a torch. Maybe we'll just do torches for the first night. I've heard his sanity doesn't go down as easily. So now we gotta figure out what brings us to the crafting menu. Okay, so there it is. you press the right trigger and you go to the crafting menu. So let's go to our torch and build one of those. Actually, let's do 2 right now. And we'll make sure that our bar is on them because it's going to be rather... Oops. So I'm actually going to take off the dark sword because I'm not sure, but I feel like it is. Yeah, okay, so it's actually lowering my sanity. It was just that Maxwell is so great at recovering sanity that it didn't affect him too much. So wow, my sanity is actually going up in the evening. That's something else. I'm not really sure how long the Shadow Maxwell will last for, but we'll try to use him as much as possible. So I'm wondering if it's completely dark, if I will still be okay. Okay, so you can actually pause the game with the right trigger to access that menu. That's really good. That'll be very helpful, because with the controller, I'm going to take a little bit longer to do everything. So my first time playing Don't Starve with a controller, I have to say that I kind of do like it. It's probably not as accurate as a mouse and keyboard, but I feel like Don't Starve is kind of a game where you avoid using the mouse a little bit too, because there's the opportunity to miss, and I'm not really sure how this will work with like the boomerang or with some of the other items. So I'm wondering how you're going to catch a boomerang, because often you have to click it, since targeting will randomly make you pick berries while you're trying to catch your boomerang and get hit in the face by it. So I'm not sure how that'll work. We'll see. Okay, so we have it now raining, and it's night, and I think my sanity is full. That's crazy. So when it gets fully dark, we'll see how good he is at surviving the night without losing too much sanity. Now let's just check our map and see what we've explored. So we've gone all the way down one edge and back up. We still have not found beefalo, which is the main kind of thing we want to find on this exploration. We don't have too much food. Oops, that was a mistake. Right triggers to pause. So let's do unequip. There we go. So we were trying to eat. So we'll just go like this. How do we eat? Right on the thing. So I'm gonna have to get used to the controls. I'm gonna grab a little bit of reeds here. Oh, I can't carry them. I guess I'll just eat the last carrot as well and carry them instead. So I'm not really worried about picking up these green caps. Usually, on any other character, green caps would be one of the first things I would go for, but seeing how great his sanity is, I'm kind of feeling like I should focus on other things. So I'm just going to grab reeds. I'm going to try and get 8. I want to be able to make a few paper later on. Alright, so I better pause here. So the pause gives me a little bit of an advantage changing between night and day. I can more readily get to my torches and whatnot. So that's a big advantage, I think. Well, there's more reeds, but I think we're going to continue on at this point. So I'm going to try and get my bearings here. Oh, I'm already getting cold, so that's interesting. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold. I mean, it is raining at night, so it could be a little bit... oh boy. So here we go. We're going to have to make a fire, and we don't even have... Let's just light something. That'll help. Oh no, there's way too many trees here. What have I done? The forest will burn. Maybe the rain will prevent it from spreading too much. Poor Bambi. He's crying right now. Alright. Well, luckily it didn't burn that far. I was kind of scared it was going to go a bit further than that, but I guess the rain was preventing it. Looks like we're going to need another fire in 2 seconds. There we go. Leave me alone. Alright. We'll try and get away from these spiders before we stop again. Nope, it's not gonna happen. Keep me up, keep me up. Well, this is an adventure. Ah. Get him, come on. Oh no, he died. No! Shadow Wilson, why? Oh man, I got hit. That's not good. Alright, so, let's eat. No, let's get our knight armor and our sword and avenge our Shadow Wilson. Alright. So big advantage with the big sanity losses and whatnot from having the dark sword and armor is that now when you use a control you can actually pause the game just to fix that, which is huge, I'd say. It makes them much more useful because usually I don't use them because they're such a pain to take them off as soon as you use them. It also just doesn't help you with random hits. Alright, so we finally found Beefalo. Perfect. So we're gonna build our base probably somewhere near here, assuming there's enough Beefalo. Actually, we have some spider eggs here, so let's just heal with those, and then we'll grab as much manure as we can. Since manure is such an important resource. So I feel like I'm gonna have to try and work on some healing stuff as fast as possible. Gonna want to learn all the healing recipes, the honey potless, and I think it's a health potless or a health something for the spider egg one. But we're gonna want to know those fast. Well, this is interesting. I wonder if the spiders in the Beefalo can fight. Get him, Beefalo, come on. He's threatening you. Look at him. Look at this menacing spider. Maybe the spider will attack them if I bring him close. And then lose him. Maybe not. Oh well. I was living a dream. So I feel like having all these spider nests is a big downside for Maxwell because so many enemies and he's not really got a very big health pool. So I'm kind of worried that it'll be an issue later in the game. Alright, so I think at the end of day 2 we're going to call the video and we'll do another one. We'll do 2 days per video. And that way we'll just keep them nice and short and to the point. We'll try to make maybe a campfire before tonight. I don't really want to have the same situation as last time. Oh, ring thing. I'll just keep that in my mind where it is. I don't really want to carry it right now. So the other thing I do is I play a random world afterwards as well. So if I do escape this world with Maxwell, I play another random world, and I will get another random character, but I will be able to bring all the items I farmed on Maxwell. So I think that gives me a little bit of an incentive to succeed because I can maybe collect a bunch of gears and try to get WX, or I can get a lot of early game structures built, and then going into a new world gives me fresh resources and all of the basics already created. So there's some advantages to doing that. I see that I'm in spring right now, so I'm gonna have to deal with summer right away, and I always struggle with that. Like whenever it's summer, It's the second season. It's just I don't even know how to deal with it. It's such a deadly season. So I'll have to try and at least get an endothermic fire pit. And I mean, if I'm close enough to the beefalo, I can just go get beefalo wool and manure to keep it running. But the problem is if in summer you leave your base, you're like freezing in no time, and it's very, very difficult to stay cold. So I might make maybe a second endothermic fire pit by the beefalo. That way I can kind of stay close to them while I'm farming for their wool or their manure, and that way I don't end up boiling every time I try to do that. I'm going to be like really near to death otherwise. Okay, so here we have a set piece. Now this is a trap set piece. This chest, when you open it, you have to try and take everything out right away. I don't have the inventory space for that right now, so it doesn't. I can't really do anything about it. I'll have to come back when I do have inventory space. I'll just keep in mind where it is. So I think that everything will catch fire on that set piece. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that if you don't take everything out of the chest in time, everything catches fire. So we have some pig houses here. Hopefully we find the pig king somewhere in this biome. Maybe his village will be nearby. It's always great to find the pig king early, and it would be nice if he was somewhat close to our beefalo. Alright, so I'm gonna have to create a second torch as soon as night starts, because right now my inventory is full. So we'll do this, and then oh boy, no, and the PlayStation controls kind of got me there. Oh man, that was not very good. So I survived one whole day with Maxwell. I think I might try going back to mouse and keyboard if I'm not successful next time, but I guess it doesn't pause when you craft, and I was just not prepared for that spider to be after me. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, and hopefully next time I will do better.